Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today for my November favorites and fails. November has been, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of sales, there's a lot of fun stuff happening. So I've received a lot of makeup. We've also received a lot of like Christmas presents from Beauty News subscribers. So I've been trying a lot of makeup, but I'm only talking today about the stuff that I've been using for either the whole past month or something that has sort of stuck out to be like things that I reach for often or things that I've seen amazing results from, and the rest of the stuff I will continue to try and probably talk about in December favorites. You know, it is what it is. So there's not too much to talk about this month, but the stuff that I have to talk about hopefully are like top notch. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about is probably something that's more recent to my routine, but it has made such a significant effect that I need to talk about it and I love it. Anyway, I went to an event for this product, which is BioEffect. Their kind of hero product is their serum. It's the EGF serum. In Australia, it used to be called, I think, just the serum because they legally couldn't use the term EGF, but they went to court and proved that they can use it, so it's now going to be called the EGF serum. But I believe EGF stands for epidermal growth factor, I think. Alright, so this is the box that it comes in, all fancy. And I can tell you it is not a cheap product. This retails in Australia for just under $200. I was luckily given this at an event, and that's what the bottle looks like. So that's it there. And you might have noticed that I haven't actually used this, but I have been using this gorgeous little sample one, so I have been consistently using it. But essentially what this is, it's been around for I think 9 years now, and it is designed, it's crazy, it sort of changed my life a little bit. It is designed to be used at night, and they do have a bunch of other skincare products in the range. I think in Australia there's only 6 or 7 or 8 of their releases currently out. But like I said, this is their hero product and this is the one that they kind of tell you to attempt to use. But it's made in Iceland and the particles in this are too big to be absorbed into the skin. And most people think, oh, you want your skincare to be absorbed, so to do what it needs to do. But this has like plant stem cells that you put the serum on and it communicates with cells, whatever, underneath the skin and tells them essentially to regenerate. So I've been using this, and like I said, I've only been using it for about a week and a half every night, and my skin is so much smoother and plumper than it's ever been. And I noticed a change, I think, on the second night. Like, I felt smooth the next day after I first used it, but it's just increasingly getting a lot better. And the thing that's interesting about this, you might go, oh my god, it's nearly 200 bucks and it is really expensive, and I was set this, but I would definitely repurchase it. After using it a week and a half, I know I would repurchase it. But the way you use this is you cleanse, I double cleanse. But before my face completely dries, I kind of pat it dry and then I use like 2 or 3 drops of this, and I work it into the skin and my neck, and that's it. You don't use anything underneath or over it, like clear skin, just this. So it actually has replaced the need for fancy night serums, night moisturizers, all that kind of stuff, and the effect is way better. So I can't like praise this enough. I've got like such bouncy, nice, soft skin that kind of looks glowy. Hayley's been using it and she noticed that she's had all this congestion in her chin from when we traveled in Japan. It just still hasn't really cleared up, and she's noticed that it has kind of started fixing that. So this thing to me is a miracle worker, and it really, I can justify the price because it has replaced any form of night cream or night serum for me. I've been using my night creams during the day just to use them up, but I could easily just use this, which I think is supposed to be a 3-month supply. So yeah, it's expensive, but it goes a long way. But yeah, I can just use this in my like night routine. Then in the morning, I just use a moisturizer and a sunscreen and cleansers and good to go. So yeah, it replaces a lot and it does way better. So yeah, if you're looking for a good sort of like anti-aging, restorative plumping, amazing serum. I would check out Bioeffect because I was shook. I was shook. And I feel bad though because we had this at the table at the dinner and they're like, oh, try it. You can feel it. It kind of just sits on your skin. It creates like a layer. And I was like putting it on my hand. And then when I realized how expensive it is, I'm like, no, I should have only used 1 drop because I was just playing with it on like my hands. And I'm like, damn it. So, but that's a cute little promo one that I had. Alright, so that's definitely my favourite thing of the month, followed by, there's 2 sparkly things, there's a lot of sparkly things in here, but the 2 sparkly things I want to talk about is my eyeshadow that I mentioned in multiple videos over the last month. This is from the MAC Christmas release and it is stylish. Ooh, the light's just gone. Don't go light, come back. Haha, we're back. Alright, so this is MAC Stylishly Merry and it is a Christmas release. It's an Extra Dimension Extra Dimension eyeshadow, and I've been looking for a backup of this because I've been using it a lot and I love it. So I'm wearing it as my main eyeshadow color today with an eyeliner, and I've done this sort of combination a lot, and in one of my last videos or video earlier this month, people asked me to do a tutorial, so it's coming at the end of this video. So I've decided to show this baby in action, but essentially it's just a gorgeous duochrome micro glitter eyeshadow. A lot of people are trying to dupe it in the comments when I say how much this is really great, and I think on camera it doesn't look as special as it does in real life. In real life it's like a vibrant yellow gold, and then it goes to this beautiful kind of pinky orange color. It's really, really pretty, and a lot of people are saying things like Urban Decay, Fireball. I've got Fireball. It's nowhere near as good as this. This is a way more special. I really need to track one down, but I don't want to swatch it because I've swatched it many times. I'll swatch it. You won't be able to see it properly on camera, but in real life this flashes yellow, yellow, yellow gold to pink, and it's not showing up on camera. I can see it on the monitor. It's not as special, but it's sold out everywhere, so unfortunately I went to go to the shops to see if I can find it back up. I can't find it, but I love this just as an almost one eyeshadow look. So I do recreate that at the end so you can see what I'm talking about, but I'm wearing it today. It's the main thing that I'm wearing and it is a gorgeous. So that is definitely my favorite eyeshadow of the month, hands down. Probably one of my favorite eyeshadows of the year. And I don't really like to buy single eyeshadows, but when they're that special, I could make an exception. The next sparkly thing I don't actually currently have. Hayley's got it because she's going to be filming some nail swatches with it, but it's by Graceful Nail Polish, and I'll put a photo on the screen. And I did talk about this in my holiday haul, so you can see it up close. You can see me applying it to the nail. It is essentially, I think it's called Rosy Glow, and it's pretty much a rose gold glitter, and it's a one coat wonder, and it's amazing. I love it. I've been wearing it a lot over the past month, and it was sold out on the website. It's back in stock, so if you do want to buy it, you can buy it. I once again, similar to that eyeshadow from MAC, I might buy it backups of that nail polish, but it is hands down my favorite nail polish of the month. This one's pretty nice too. Okay, since we're talking about sparkles, I want to talk about these guys. These are Stila Magnificent Metals, Glitter and Glow, Glimmer and Glow, whatever. They're different depending on the formula, but in the Christmas releases, I bought the mini pack. Once again, I talked about this in the holiday haul. The mini pack has like a silver. It's got sort of Smoky Storm, which I guess is like a bronzy, I don't know, bronzy taupe kind of color, and then also Kitten Karma, which is like a rose gold. And I love these. I particularly like these two because I like a warm eyeshadow look or a bronzy eyeshadow look, and just putting these like on the inner corner as an inner corner highlight, I think it's really fun and I love it. So these are really, really good. They don't sort of, there's not much fallout going on. They don't crease, they don't flake off. And then I also like these sort of duochrome ones that I have in the big version. And these are a little bit more colorful. So I like these more as a statement, sort of put on top of an eyeshadow and kind of pat it on, rather than an inner corner highlight, because some of the colors are quite dark, so they don't really work as an inner corner highlight. But the formula is really, really great. So I love these kind of Stila Magnificent Metal things. All right, the foundation that I've been loving a lot this month that I'm wearing today, I got this at a Sephora opening, so there was 20% off, and I thought it's a good chance to give it a try. It's the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. Mine is probably a little bit light. It's in 12 Ivory, and I do have to warm it up with bronzer a bit, so it's a little bit light for me. But this formula is really, really interesting, and I will probably do a foundation wear test on it. It doesn't wear as long as I like foundations to wear, but the way it feels and the coverage it gives, I'm happy to excuse it. This is not a foundation for everyone, and if you've got any form of like dry patches or dryness or whatever, you might want to get a sample of this before you try it, because it can sort of cling to dry patches because it's quite matte. I really like it, and what I like about it is that you literally use a couple of drops of it and it like gives amazing coverage. And I kind of use not much foundation and then I spread it really fast, so I get a really thin sort of like no makeup feel, but like medium coverage. That's how I sort of like to use it. I will be demonstrating this in a Get Ready With Me that I'm using a lot of new to me, Model's Own products, and I didn't have a foundation, so I used this. This didn't work well over a silicone primer. So this is one of those things that's temperamental, and that's why it's not for everyone. But if you can make it work for you, it's really, really great. I use it over a Dermalogica Hydra Blur primer, which is like a hydrating primer, and I think it works really well because this needs to be over some moisture, otherwise it looks a bit like flaky and weird. But it's got this, like you take the lid off, the mechanism, it's not even a pump, because if you used a pump of this, you have used way too much. Like it has this sort of, it gets a bit messy, but it's got this sort of like stick, and essentially I will show you. Let's put it on a really dark patch here. You put just, you just kind of dot it on. And I put just like a dot here, dot there, maybe dot on my chin, maybe a little bit dot on my neck because the color match isn't perfect. And I just get sort of like a fluffy brush or a kabuki style brush, and I just kind of buff it in, and it gives the most flawless coverage. So I've got one drop, and not even one drop, that's like one dot. That is probably, if I look at any other foundation, that's probably a fraction of a pump, and you can see the coverage it gives is crazy. So essentially, like, it's pretty nuts. So yeah, I just kind of go dot, 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 maybe a dot on my neck, and then I just sort of blend it all in, and it gives like really good coverage. So if this works for your skin, it's great if you like either full coverage, because you can get super full coverage from it, or if you like a really thin amount of foundation to give medium coverage, and that's what I particularly like. So yeah, that is just an example of one little dot. So you can imagine putting that there, it would do like this whole area, which it does. All right, there's a couple of old school favorites that I've been reaching for a lot recently, and I think I might even do a video, maybe a Get Ready With Me, using old products that I've had in my collection for a long time that I have sort of rediscovered a love for. And there's two products here that I have been wearing a lot during the month, and if I'm not, even when I am filming actually, if I'm just going out or doing something and I'm not particularly testing a certain palette out or testing a certain highlighter out, there's two things I reach for. One is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I have been wearing this a lot, probably, you know, 3 days a week or something. So this is the old school chocolate bar palette. This is the oldest one with a really chunky packaging and no like writing on it. But essentially all I do is wear one of those two browns all over the lid. I blend it out with this one or that one. I'll deepen it in like the outer corner or lower lash line with that one. And then I'll use, and then that kind of cream, just set the base, whatever. And then I'll use like the gold as an inner corner highlighter. And I've just been wearing that like all the time. And I get a lot of compliments on it, and I tell people, what do you think I'm wearing? And they're like, oh, is it the who to this or the blah, blah, that? And you go, no, it's old school chocolate bar palette. So I've rediscovered my love for that. I always loved it, but I've been pulling it out just as everyday sort of looks, and I've been really enjoying it. And the next favorite thing that I've been pulling out that's really old school, I'm wearing it today on my cheeks. It's gorgeous. So I've just noticed that lately I've been gravitating away from kind of trendy, colorful, color shifting, interesting highlighters because they can actually really clash with a look. If you go for a bright lip or colorful eye look, all of a sudden if you've got, you know, purple highlighter, it can look really a bit jarring. So I've kind of been toning it down a lot, and I've been wearing my MAC Soft and Gentle. So this is the Mineralized Skin Finish. It's one of my first highlighters I bought back in the day. I've still got heaps of it. The dome is down a lot, but I've been wearing it the last few, it's been out in my like everyday makeup probably all month, and in the last couple of weeks it's pretty much been the only highlighter I'm using unless I'm trying a new highlighter or testing something out. So I love it. It gives definitely, it's a little bit like a micro glitter, so I know a lot of people originally don't like it when they swatch it, but on the skin it looks gorgeous, and the whole Soft and Gentle is a good name for it because you can really put it on lightly and just have like a soft glow. It is sort of like a kind of true skin color beige, so it just kind of melds with your skin. You can't see that strip of highlighter, it just looks like you've got a face glow, which I really like. So that's the highlighter I've mainly been using, along with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So it feels like flashback to 3-4 years ago. So those are the old favorites. Now let's flash forward to some newer products that are favorites. I'm going to talk about some Inglot products, which will lead into a couple of fails. So the first one is this lip product. It's the first time I've used any of the Inglot lip products in general, but specifically also the HD lip tint in matte. There was a bunch of new shades that came out in their Italian Kiss range, and I picked up this one along with the gel liners that were in the Italian Kiss range. So I really like this, and I particularly like the color. The color is in 39. So it's a beautiful, vibrant, like orange toned red. It's a color that I love, and I really like the formula. I'm just wearing a lip gloss at the moment because I thought I would demonstrate this. So I'll take off my lip gloss. All right, so it's a doe foot applicator, and it does have that kind of sweet strawberry candy scent to it, which, you know, some people won't like. But essentially this is more of a mousse. It's not like a liquid lipstick that sets down really powdery and dry. It's more of a mousse that does dry, like set down, but it's still like, it does transfer if you know, eat stuff and whatever, and it is still a little bit movable slightly. So it is long wearing, but it's not one of those dry, super kind of textury matte liquid lipsticks. So this is a color, it's gorgeous. And I think you can see that it's really bold, but it's not super opaque. So if you want like a really, really opaque liquid lipstick, this is not quite the one. So you can see that that color is gorgeous. I love it. I do like the formula. It's not like, I don't know, it's like a hybrid between like a lip cream and liquid lipstick. It is long wearing, but it's not the most long wearing. And even though this is like quite bold and vibrant, it's not super, super, super opaque. Like you can sort of still see the lips through it a little bit. And the thing is that if you do build this up too much, it can get a bit chunky as you talk and eat and drink. So it's best just to put a thin layer and just be happy with this. But I love this color. And I really like the formula because it's a lot more comfortable than a lot of liquid lipsticks out there. But I love this. I've been wearing it a lot, and whenever I go out, it's in my bag because it's the lipstick that I like to put on. So definitely a favorite. And I need to hurry this up because my battery is flashing. But I ordered alongside those 3 new shades of the Inglot gel liners. This was in, once again, the Italian Kiss range. I am wearing number 64, so I'll be demoing that at the end of this video. And this is like a gorgeous kind of like magenta, I don't know, I like to call it like a magenta berry kind of color. It's not, it's like a purple, but it's a really pinky purple. And this one is super smooth. You can see it's on my eyes today. Like it's dark enough to give that definition, and it's bright enough as well so you can notice it, but it's not like a neon eyeliner, which I really like. But my favorite one is this guy here, which is number 65, which is this burgundy. I've been wearing this a lot. It's sort of like a twist on a dark brown, but it is this beautiful burgundy color like that, and it is just, oh my god, I love it. So it's gorgeous with any warm eyeshadow, any, I don't know, greens, anything. It's really, really pretty. Then I want to go into a bit of a fail. This one here, which is number 63, the formula is great. It's one of the most opaque kind of colors, but this color on me, like, it looks beautiful. You go, oh, this beautiful orangey brown, but the color on me, it's generally lighter than the eyeshadows that I'm wearing. So I find it a little bit hard to wear because it doesn't look like it elongates the eye and lines the eye. It just is like a line of color. So the formula is very nice, but the color, even though it looks gorgeous, for me to use it, I'd have to like mix it with another color or something. All right, so the last fail is also an eyeliner. It's by Fenty Beauty. It's from their Christmas range. This is the, what is it? 2-in-1 glitter release eyeliner in Neptune. This is one of the ones that it's like black, and when you rub it, it goes like it releases or reveals green glitter. So I've just got it on my hand here. So if you rub it, I don't know if you can see, it sort of has like green glitter that shows. And the concept is kind of cool. It's not new. There are products out there on the market that do that. But I don't really like the liner. I think it looks cool when you first put it on. I find the effort of rubbing it generally ruins your makeup. It either rubs off eyeshadow, or if it's not completely dry, it smudges the eyeliner, and then it causes like an issue. But I also find that the metallic liner doesn't really suit me, similar to how this doesn't really suit me. If there's too much, if I do like a wing line, which I often do or every day do, and something is really light, or there's reflectiveness that makes it look light, it actually makes my eye look a lot smaller and almost closed in. So this does it if I release the glitter, and then if I don't release the glitter, the eyeliner itself is the type that almost sets to a plastic. So if you get any, not even if you get any water, or if you get teary-eyed or anything, but more just through wear and closing your eyes and moving your eyes, it kind of starts peeling off throughout the day. So I don't like this. I'm glad I didn't buy two. I was going to buy 2 or 3 of them. I'm glad I bought one. Alright, so those were my favorites and fails for the month. Definitely, I'm into glitter. It's the end of the year. It's fun. I'm into some good quality skincare and a bit of color, evidently. So if you do, I recommend this liner. If you want a burgundy liner that looks really flattering, yeah, that one's great. I should actually swatch the pink one too while I'm here. And that's a pink one that I like, that I'm currently wearing. Alright, so if you want to see how I got this eye look, keep on watching. It was moderately heavily requested, but you can also see how cool products like this or coloured eyeliners can make really simple looks look a lot more interesting and complicated than they actually are. Okay, so I'm just starting with a base, and I'm using a MAC paint pot. This is in Utterly Becoming. It's very much like Painterly, but this was just a limited edition one. And I'm using this because it's a nice kind of colour match for me, but also, you know, it really does make the product last and grip. And with a glittery kind of product, you do want something that will stick to the skin. You can use a glitter glue to make this more intense, but I don't want it super intense. Alright, here's the gorgeous eyeshadow. It is in the shade, what is it, Stylishly Merry, and that is it. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And I'm just using a flat brush to pick that up. Oh, I need a mirror, don't I? That is magical. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I should have brought like my macro lens out, because this is magical. Alright, let's zoom in more so you can see. This would be a gorgeous topper. It is just pretty. It's so pretty. I've got some glitter fallout going on, but I really don't care. I'm just like, give it to me because this is so pretty. So I'm not sure if you can see the dimension behind that, but that is like literally one eyeshadow. Looks pink in some lights, gold in other lights. And this looks way more sparkly and intense in real life than it does on camera. On camera it looks a little bit just like a shimmery eyeshadow, but this is like a really nice fine glitter. And all I've done in the past to sort of finish this off, besides putting a liner, is I just grabbed my bronzer that I've been using. This one is my Stila, what is it called? There you go. Whatever that is. I've just been using that, and I just add that in the crease a little bit. Then I'll get my coloured liner. This is number 64. It's the Inglot one. It's this sort of, I don't know, raspberry berry pink colour. So this liner is very creamy and very even, but you might need to build it up slightly if you want to get a darker sort of colour. Alright, so I've got my liner on, so it's just this gorgeous sort of like pinky purple colour. I'm just going to put some mascara on because I need to. So that's a look with just a quick coat of mascara, which is what I'd do normally. This is a look that I've been doing when I just want to kind of do my eye makeup in like 2 minutes and not use much product. Essentially, there's 5 products, a base, that eyeshadow that looks way more interesting and amazing in real life. It looks really complicated and sparkly, but not like over the top sparkly. So I love this. It's like I want to buy a backup because I can use it in such a quick way and it be so like flattering and pretty. So there's those products. I use a bronzer of any type, Hoola bronzer, anything I'm using, just to define the crease a little bit. And then of course I've been wearing it with a coloured liner, but you could wear it with just a brown or any colour. And mascara, so super quick. Alright, so that's just the simple look that I have been doing and a lot of people have been asking to see. It's super simple, there's not much to it, and you can do it in like 2 minutes, depending on how long it takes you to do liner. But I am going to make this a little bit more complicated because I am going to be filming my favourites, and after this I'm also filming beauty news, so naturally I'll put on lashes for filming. But I also want to try out this. So when we did place an Inglot order and I got those liners and I got the lip product that I talked about in my favourites, and Hayley got some eyeshadows, we got a little sample of one of the newer colours from their Italian Kiss range, and I sort of want to put that in the crease. It's a beautiful colour and I thought it would go really nice with that liner. So just on the same brush that I put the bronzer in with, which happens to be a Morphe R37, there we go. Let's just start softly, shall we? I don't know how pigmented this is. Ooh, it's kind of pretty. Also with that brush that I applied the glitter on the lid with, I'm just going to apply some on the lower lash line. This is way better to do before you put your mascara on, but I wanted to show you the look that I have been doing, and this is just kind of complicating it a little bit. Alright, that looks pretty with the glitter. It sort of goes well with the colours that I've used, but also on the lower lash line, I don't know if you can see, but it sort of makes the glitter pop. So blending's pretty rubbish there, but pretty. So I'm just going to use the lashes I always use, and the lash glue, this is just a Model Rock one, Model Rock lashes. This is the number, cut them in half, yeah. Alright, so that's it with the lashes on, and you can see how quickly and simple this look is to create. It's been sort of a go-to look for me this month because it is so simple. It mainly revolves around this eyeshadow, and then you can add a bronzer if you want to just add a little bit of definition in the crease. You can kind of make it a little bit more fun with some other colour, and then I've also been using this liner with it a lot. So that's kind of just a look that looks a lot more complicated than it really is, but super simple to do. Alright guys, I've got to get going so I can film beauty news. But hopefully you enjoyed my favourites and fails. I'd love to know what your favourites of the month were, and hopefully you also enjoyed my little demo. If you did, give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit quiet on my channel in December because we're really pumping out the videos on beauty news, but I want to introduce a few new kind of series to my channel in the new year. So it might be quiet in December, which is probably the opposite of what you should do on a YouTube channel, but then I will start the new year with like a few new kind of concepts. So I'm excited for that. So stay tuned, or forgive my lack of uploading in December. All right guys, hope you had a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.